Hey guys, Codename Gamma back again doing another cheat table video for Sonic Forces. As you can see, the new cheat table's up on the website right now, that it's completely updated for the newest version and has some new nifty features, so I'm going to go over most of them right now and do just a quick run through. Of course, you're going to want to download it, start Cheat Engine, start the game. And now that it's running, we have some new options. Of course, we have disable boost trains, stop time, don't lose rings when hurt. We have slow fall, moon jump. We have this new one called one red ring collected collects them all. So if you're in a level and you're doing it again, as long as you collect a red ring, once you finish the stage, it'll say you collected all of them, which is just fantastic because they're a pain to collect them all. We also have the new boost modifier. If we turn this on, you can see that it brings up another value. Now, this doesn't actually change the base value of the boost. What this does is in the game's code is it swaps it out for another value, and then we're messing around with that new value. So once you turn it off, it'll go back to what it is originally. You don't have to worry about setting this back to whatever it's supposed to be by default. Right now it's 2.7. We're going to leave that alone for now, as long as it's enabled. I just want to show you guys the effects. Same thing with the 3D acceleration. It's set to a pretty high value, so you don't really want to mess with this. I mean, if you want to mess around, you can, of course, you can play around with the value as much as you want. Same thing with lighting effect size and junk resize. Junk resize is dynamic. Lighting effects is not. You have to restart the level or exit the level and then go back in for that to take effect. We also have the aspect ratio and HUD width. So if you wanted to disable your HUD completely, we can set that to 0. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. What else? We have ring speed rotations. We can turn that up as much as we want. Around 300, it starts rotating backwards. You can set that to negative, and they'll start spinning backwards. So, yeah, we have our normal pointers. I ran through on how to use these last time. Movement and yeah. So as you can see, we have double the values. That's because in previous iterations, I didn't realize that this code that handles this movement was basically handling two different characters and therefore two different sets of addresses during tag team stages. So now if you go down here, it says character, usually Sonic. Usually when you're playing Sonic, these will populate. If you're not, like you're in Avatar stages or normal Sonic stages, it'll probably use these. So yeah, if you want to set a hotkey for them, you can do that as well. We have camera values. As you can see, each one says allow rights. So even if you go and you set this value to whatever you want to set it to, and you lock it, let's get the game open for a second. There we go. And now if you see here, everything populated. So even if we went and set this to, let's just set it to 1, and we lock it and we go back in the game, it's not going to do anything because it's constantly writing to that value. So if we wanted to see the effect of that, we have to turn on allow rights. And there we go, it moved it for us. Let's go ahead and turn that back off. And turn off allow rights to reset that value. Another thing that's happening here is we can turn on allow rights to these 3. And if we wanted to stop the game from writing to these, like say during a cutscene, we can turn these on as well. We don't have to lock them though. Although we could lock them, which is probably a good idea. And now that these are all locked, we can go back in the game. And I set up hotkeys, so if you go onto your number pad, 4 and 5, move it on the X value, or on the X axis. 9 and 6 is for the Z axis. / and 8, move it on the Y axis. 1 and 2 change the rotation. 0 and 7 do character player distance. So let's do a nice close-up of Sonic here. And it can be kind of tricky, but at least having it this way, they're all in one place. Now see, we're doing these huge steps. If I press Control, we do fine steps. But if we wanted huge steps, we can hold down Alt. And that'll give us huge steps in our movement. So, fine steps, large steps. Same thing if you wanted to move the camera around really fast or move to a certain place, hold down Alt and then press these keys. What else? There's, you know, pitch right there, which is 3 and 0. Or 3 and period, sorry. Or decimal, or whatever you want to call it. So let's get a nice under view here. And that's good. Now we move in. Yeah, and there's that. Let's move this out of the way so you can see what the heck's going on. There we go. And yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it. I think the camera movement's the most important thing that you guys need to know, because these hotkeys are set by default. If you have your own hotkeys or you want to change them, you can do that in-game anytime you want to. Yeah. That's pretty much about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later.